Heartbreak is also one of the most dangerous forms of pain. Imagine giving your whole years to a person who at the end stabs you at the back. But when you ever get to this section of the road, all you needed to do is feel it. Cry it all out, scream, fight it, and never pretend to be okay when you're actually not okay. And finally move to a place of peace, strength, love, and never forget that looking back is your greatest form of taboo. On Elaborated TV Stories, I am Kenge Mohammed.
It's never a choice. There is time for everything. There is light at the end of every tunnel. There is hope for the hopeless. There is peace. There is strength for the weak, and there is joy. There is time.
Welcome back. I'd like to appreciate every one of you for your stories, your opinions, your comments, and suggestions. So far, so good. You all have been amazing. And for the story that was shared last week, the person would like to personally appreciate every one of you for your opinions to the story that was shared. And as you all know, every week we have new stories coming in. But as you all know, at the same time, we can't share all the stories. We have to pick one. And for the fact that your story was not shared doesn't mean your story is less of value. No. So on our story that was shared with us today, you like your opinions, your suggestion on the story. And it goes like this. Okay, it's about a lady. She said, she dated this guy for 16 years. I dated him for 16 years while we're teenagers. We're more like in the streets. So she said, I loved him, I cared for him, he loved me also, and everything was moving smooth. And before you know, she said one of them got admission, which was she got admission before the guy, and she was in school, everything was moving fine. But she said while she was moving to the second year, the guy got admitted in the school. So, and she felt, oh, both of us can be in school, and as lovebirds, then why not just drop out? Then my own school fees, since at least my parents are a little bit well-to-do than his, so why not just drop out? Then my fees will be used to pay his school fees, and everything was moving fine. That's love, right? So she said the guy was in school, and he was actually staying outside, rented an apartment and was staying outside. And since she didn't want her family to know she was not in school, she now started staying with the guy. So she said everything was moving fine. They were like couples, and so a lot of people were even thinking maybe they were married at home, but no, they were not married. They actually met outside, but coming to school they were like husband and wife. And she said everything was moving fine, and she said along the way this guy graduated. Yes, and lest I forget, she said he was a very intelligent guy. So I graduated, and he was like, okay, don't worry, when I graduate I'm going to make sure you go back to school, we'll get married and everything will be fine. And after I graduated from school, well, okay, they were now hoping for, okay, till he gets a better job before, that's after his service, till he gets a better job before she goes back to school. And everything was okay. And after his NYSC, he got a principal job. She said despite his allowances paid by the federal government, but she didn't really disturb him with his own money, that at least he has other things to do and send to his family. And she said she was the one sending money to him, and everything was moving fine. And most times when he comes back, they continue from where they stopped. But she said along the line, it was the years they're counting, and our families were like, this guy you've been dating for 16 good years, Do you really think he was going to get married to you? And after much persuasion from our families, our loved ones, and friends, I was like, this guy is not really into you like you claimed. Because if he's really into you, what happens to even giving you 1 naira out of his allowance? And even when he got a job as a principal, still yet he still keeps acting as if, okay, there is no money, there is no this, there is no that. So she said along the line, one of those days, she now told him, she now threatened him, and she was like, see, oh, if you, because they were staying like couples in a compound. That was after his service. They packed into another different area and they were staying together. So she said along the line, she now said, okay, since my families and friends are really talking about this guy, then what will I do? Then let me threaten him that I was going to break up with him if he doesn't come to pay my bride price. So she told him, she was like, oh, if you don't pay my bride price, I'm leaving, I'm packing, I'm not looking back. And she said when she told him that, she told him to, okay, maybe you have a change of mind. Because most people will be like, this guy is not really into you. And she keeps saying, no, this guy is into me. This guy loves me. This guy does this and that. But she said along the line, one morning, she came with her brothers, packed her things, hoping that the guy will actually stop her. He refused. And she told him, whenever you're ready to get married to me, come and pay my bride price. And she said, from what she said, at that time while I was staying with this guy, I was the one paying the bills, paying for the house rent, and every little thing in the house, I was actually the one who bought it. From the chairs, the stove, the kitchen utensils, and the rest, and even the bed. She said she was the one who bought everything. And she was also the one clothing him and also buying everything needed in the house. But she said one surprising thing is that this guy has never, even to the smallest of pad, that he has never bought one for her. That he doesn't do anything. On this, that she'll buy clothes for him, buy his inners and buy clothes for him, and also buy for herself. But this guy never cared. And she had to pack out of the place. Her brothers came and they helped. And she said the day she was actually to pack her things, that he threatened to burn her clothes, her bags. But with the intervention of her brothers and also neighbors, he couldn't do anything. They packed out of the house, left him with an empty room. So she said after 7 years, one of those times she was actually working, she met one of the neighbors then, a lady. So she said it was the lady that was not gisting her that, oh, see what happened with Mr. So-so, that after you left, initially he was bringing different ladies. He'll bring this lady this night and bring another lady this night. But she said along the line, there was this particular lady he brought, and they were hoping that, okay, after you brought as usual now, you change and bring another lady. But she said reverse was the case, that after the lady came, and the next day, this same lady came. And they were like, And she said within 3 months, this ex-fiancé actually did what? He engaged the other lady. Within 3 months of meeting this lady, he engaged her. And she said in that same year, he went for his PhD. Yes, he went for his PhD. And she said after his PhD, that same year, he also got married to the lady. The same year he got engaged to her, that was the same year he got married to her. So can you imagine the level of betrayal? So now the thing is, okay, if you can actually get married to this lady just 3 months after we break up, what happens to you coming after 16 years? Spending 16 years of my life with you. And what happened? You still acted as if I was of a nobody after spending her hard-earned cash. She actually had to drop out, like I said in the beginning of the story. She actually had to drop out because of this same guy, so that the money for her fees will be paid to this guy instead. And also his feeding, his accommodation, and everything. She said she was the one catering for everything. So now the issue is, she said she actually found peace and rest after she left him for 7 years. But the thing is, after she met that lady who happens to be his neighbor then, she said after everything the lady said, she feel betrayed. Yes, She said those pains she should have felt in the past, that is actually now she's feeling it. Because from what she had, the guy is married with 2 kids. Yes, he's actually married with 2 kids. And here she is, 40 years of age. No child, no education, no skill, and nothing. So now she'd like to get opinions of people in the comment section. You can give her an opinion, but in this case, it's actually an advice though, because the years have been spent after 7 years. Imagine. So she said she's in her late 40s now. So how could she even? She said she has actually picked her broken pieces. But after meeting this neighbor, it seems as if the wound is fresh. Yes, that is after 7 years, because after she got to learn that the man she was with for 16 years is actually married now with 2 kids. And here she is without a child. No child, no education, no skill. Just she in her late 40s. So she said she would like to get the opinions of people. Your opinions are highly welcome in the comment section. If you would like your stories to be shared, you can email us at contact@laboratorytvproductions.com. And you can also follow us on all our social media handles. On X is Laboratory TV Ltd. On Instagram is Laboratory TV Ltd. On YouTube is Laboratory TV Ltd. On TikTok is MOFW Dating. And you can also follow us on our Facebook handle, Adekunle Komalafe Foundation TV. See you next week when I bring more amazing and interesting true life stories your way. I remain your host for the show, Kenny Muhammad. Bye bye.